Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Rebecca from Muse Yoga and Fitness, and today I'm going to guide you through a 45-minute slower Vinyasa type flow. Vinyasa meaning connection between breath and movement, so we're going to be focusing on the inhales and the exhales as we move our bodies through different poses, but we will move at a little bit of a slower pace. So this is great for maybe early morning, wake up, energize, or maybe a nighttime wind down. Whichever reason you're choosing to be here, thank you for joining me. So we're gonna get started lying on our backs. You have some different options as you lie down. Either keeping your knees bent, feet planted, knees pointed up towards the ceiling. You can take your feet together, let your knees relax out wide to both sides for a butterfly, or you can extend your legs completely. Whichever way you choose, take a hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And just close your eyes. Taking a moment to settle into your space wherever you find yourself using this practice. Whether you have your mat rolled out, whether you've got a little studio space for yourself, or whether you are just lying down, taking a break from work, using a blanket or a towel. Doesn't matter what the space looks like, as long as you're creating this space to allow yourselves to really connect to your body and connect to your breath. Breathe in through the nose. And open your mouth and let a sigh out. Inhale, feeling the belly rise on your hands. And exhale it out. This time, breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and then hold the breath, 2, 3, 4, press the air out, 2, 3, 4, and hold the exhale, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, press the air out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Take a big sip of air in. And sigh it all out. If your eyes are closed, start to blink them open. And this inhale and exhale through the nose, our Ujjayi breath, is what we'll use for the whole practice, using to build heat and stay grounded within the bodies, knowing that you can exhale through the mouth at any point, releasing heat. Hug your knees in towards your chest, and take a few rock and rolls up and down the mat, and we'll meet in an easy seat. So easy seat, cross-legged. If this doesn't feel good in your hips, you can always bring like a pillow, or if you have access to blocks, underneath your hips and sit hips to heels. Your choice, you've got different options. Just want to feel comfortable in finding that seat. So for whatever your easy seat looks like, find a nice nice tall posture, shoulders stacked over hips. And together, breathe and extend your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, plant the hand, right hand down, left hand up and over. Notice if your left hip is popping off the ground, really press it down. Feel that stretch in the side body. Take another inhale. Reach up and over as you exhale. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the left. Left hand down, right arm up and over. And adding some flow to this. Inhale through center. Exhale, right hand down, left hand over. Inhale up. And exhale, left hand down. Inhale through center, extend the arms. Exhale, right hand plants. Inhale through center. Exhale, left hand plants. Reach the arms up, root through your hips, stay grounded. And this time as we exhale, come to a twist. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right hand plants behind you. Press down to that right hand to find length in your spine. And then gently twist from the belly button towards the right. Back through center, reach the arms up, and exhale over to the left. Growing tall with your breath in, and then finding a tiny twist on the breath out. Inhale through center, and we flow. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left. One more time. Reach the arms up through center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, arms extend towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands by your sides. Good. Swing your legs around. And we'll meet in a tabletop pose. So tabletop, we're going to bring our shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees, starting in a flat back here. Notice if you're arching the spine, zip the belly up, really find your neutral back to start. And keep your gaze in between the hands, so a slight tuck of the chin inwards. So this is your resting pose of the tabletop. Together, we'll inhale, drop the belly, open up for a cow pose. Shoulders back, arch the spine. And exhale, round the spine, press the floor away from you. Feel your shoulders pulling apart, chin to chest, cat pose. Inhale for cow, drop your bellies, chest through the shoulders. And exhale for cat. And we're going to move through 3 more rounds of this cat-cow flow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Cow pose. Exhale for cat. One more time, drop your bellies, shoulders back, open up for cow. And exhale, round for cat. Coming through center, we're going to take the right foot to the back of the mat, right here. Notice if your hips open up to the right, turn them so they're square towards the floor. Good. And then squeeze the leg, lift the toes off the ground, bringing and kicking forearms, add in a little bit of motion. Just waking up your legs and all of the muscles. Wherever you are, shift your shoulders back over your wrists. And then we're gonna slide the right toes to the back of the mat, re-square the hips, and bring the knee back underneath the hip, shaking it out, setting up for the opposite side. So this time we'll take the left foot back, lift the foot, kick it out to the left, and then drop that foot down, sending your hips back, finding that inner thigh stretch. Same thing, you can add some movement back and forth, opt to drop to your forearms. And really think about full breaths in and full breaths out. Reach your shoulders back over your wrists, slide the left toes to the back of the mat, tabletop, both knees underneath your hips. From here, take your hands, one hand print in front of you, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. First down dog of the practice. So we're coming to a V shape with the bodies. Feel the hips lifting up towards the ceiling. Press your hands into the mat. Release the head and neck away from the shoulders. And look towards your thighs. Find your eyes locking one spot in between the big toes. Softening through the knee joints and root your heels towards the floor. As you breathe in, come high onto your toes. And then create length in your hamstrings. Drop your heels as close to the mat as you can. Inhale to lift high. And exhale, heels to the floor. Good. One more time. Inhale up onto your toes. This time look forward and tiptoe your feet all the way for a ragdoll fold at the top of your mat. So feet can be hips width distance or even wider. Grab opposite elbows and release your chest towards your thighs. Try to make that connection. You can sway as much or as little as you want. Shake it all out or remain still, whatever is serving you right now. Slowly release your hands to the floor. And then we're going to roll up one at a time, one vertebrae at a time, really stacking the spine on top of itself. Last thing to lift is our head. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Good. Coming to stand at attention. Both hands face forward. And you can close your eyes. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Let out a big sigh. Do that one more time. Breathe in. And let it go. Then rescale the lips. Open your eyes. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, forward fold, chest to thighs. Halfway lift, so we're creating a flat back, just like in tabletop. Hands can come to 3 places, so either below the knee, above the knee, so we're making some kind of contact with the leg, or maybe to blocks to start. Finding that flat back, neutral neck and upper back here, so you're looking towards the top edge of the mat. Stay here for another inhale. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift again. Exhale, fold, and step your legs back. Plant the hands, coming to a high plank here. High plank. I'm going to start heels over toes. Option to have knees to the floor. Good. Same thing, slight tuck of the chin in, just like in your halfway lift or your tabletop. Together, breathe in. And then slowly bend the knees and drop all the way, bellies to the floor. Untuck the toes, so we're pressing through the tops of the feet and the hands. And then keep the elbows hugged inwards. We're gonna lift up for a baby cobra. So slight lift of the chest, keeping the gaze down. Breathe in, lift another inch. And exhale, release. Good. You can shake your knees out side to side if you'd like. Inhale for a second baby cobra. Press through the hands and the feet. Lift your chest. Squeeze the elbows, shoulders back. Take a breath in. And exhale, lower all the way. Shake it out. Tuck your toes under. Press yourselves up through a tabletop. Through all fours. And then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Together, inhale. And exhale. Good. Come high onto the toes, breathe in. Bend your knees, get all the way empty with your breath. Look to your hands, and then step your feet forward. Fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift to lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. Rise all the way up, mountain pose. Hands through heart center. Inhale, extend the arms, gaze upwards. And exhale, follow the hands all the way to fold chest to thighs. Inhale, long spine, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your high plank. Same thing, you can opt for knees up or down. Take a breath in together and lower all the way, bellies to the floor. Pressing through your hands and the tops of your feet. Inhale for baby cobra. Exhale to release. One more baby cobra. Breathe and lift. Exhale, lower. Tabletop pose. Downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Good. Take 3 breaths. On your next inhale, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, step that foot through your hands. Good. Low lunge. If your hands want to come to blocks, if you have them, inhale to lengthen the spine, look forward. And then exhale, step both feet together. Fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale to fold. Rise all the way up, extend your mountain, and then bring your hands through heart center. So you'll still face forward. And just turn so you can see. We're going to take our hands to the hips, and then bring the weight into, I'm going to unturn because it makes more sense to stay this way. Bring the weight into the right foot, and lift the left knee. Good, so standing leg raise here. Notice we're not locking out the standing leg, just a little bit of softness. Knee in line with hip, flex the toes up. And then sit into your hips as if you're in a little chair pose. Wrap the leg over. Take your arms out wide. Left arm comes under, either for a hug or eagle arms. So eagle pose, squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms, find your center of gravity. deepening the lunge in the right knee. Inhale the arms up. Good. Back heels over the toes. Squeeze the thighs together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale your hands to your heart. And then slowly lower the back knee to the ground. Good. Shift your chest forward. And exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the right knee. Press your hands together, elbows wide. And same thing, just like our seated twist in the beginning of class. We're feeling the twist from the belly, from the mid-spine. Maybe look over your top shoulder or look out straight ahead, your choice. Breathe in. Take one more exhale. Slowly come back through center, extend your arms up. And as we exhale, we're gonna plant the hands, frame the front foot, setting up for a half split. So again, if you have blocks, you can bring them underneath your hands at whichever level you would like. Shift your back knee back a few inches, and that's gonna give your front leg a little bit more space to straighten and set up for the pose. So half split can look different in every body. It can be a full leg straight, it can be a little bit bent, you can be more lifted in your chest, you can fold more. You've got options. Think about the more that you flex your toes towards your face, the deeper the stretch is going to feel. Take one more breath in. And then slowly start to bend back into the front knee. We'll tuck the back toes under, slide the blocks to the side, and then lift for downward dog. Stepping the right foot back. You can either stay in this down dog for a few breaths, or if you'd like to move through a vinyasa flow, taking either belly to floor, through a cobra, or high to low plank through an upward dog. If that's in your practice, that's available for you. Take 3 breaths in down dog if you're not moving through a vinyasa. On your next inhale from downward dog, extend the left leg up. Exhale, bring it through, step it between the hands. Inhale to look long, looking at the top edge of the mat. Exhale, step both feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Rise all the way up, extend your mountain. And then bring hands through heart center. Coming to standing leg raise on the opposite side. So we'll take our hands back to the hips. This time bring the weight into the left foot. Lift the right knee. Finding that balance here. Through your left leg. We're gonna bend the knees, sit the hips low, wrap the right leg around, and then take your right arm, wrap it underneath, either for a hug or eagle arms. Think about lifting the elbows in line with your shoulders, and squeezing the arms and squeezing the legs. Keeping the arm bind, lift the right knee back in line with the hips, and then slowly, as you bend your front knee, step the right foot back, coming to a crescent lunge. Reach the arms up, and same thing, think about reaching your left knee towards a 90-degree bend. It doesn't need to reach there completely. The left knee is pointing out towards the pinky, and back, the right heel is on top of your toes. Slowing in control, drop the right knee to the floor. Good. Inhale to shift your chest forward. Exhale, twist to the left. So this time the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Chest open, hands pressed together, elbows wide. Inhale to lengthen your spine all the way through the crown of the head. Exhale to twist. Keeping the balance in your legs. Inhale through center, reach up. Exhale, setting up for a half split. We'll plant the hands. Option for blocks or something underneath your hands for a little bit of extra height from the ground. Right knee shifts back a few inches, and then straighten to your extent your left leg. Deep breaths through this stretch. Let your hamstrings breathe. Good, one more inhale here. Slowly bend back into the lunge on your exhale. Slide the blocks away. Tuck the back toes under, downward facing dog. Left foot meets the right. Option for a vinyasa flow. You can roll through your high plank, either for a low plank or bellies to the floor, through a cobra or upward dog, and meet in downward facing dog. Together, breathe in, come high onto your toes. Bend the knees, look to your hands, and then walk your feet all the way forward. We're going to take a yogi toe lock here. So using peace signs, we're going to grab the big toes, feet can be wide. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold and release, elbows wide. Let your head and neck go. Bend your knees as much as you like. Release your hands from underneath your feet. Toe heel your feet to touch. And then grab the blocks in your hands if they're close by as you slowly roll all the way up to stand. So I want you to place one block, if you have it. If you're using something similar to blocks, it could be a book, it could be a pillow, anything that's, bringing the ground closer to you. One block to the front of your mat, doesn't matter where, maybe the middle. Probably a safe place to put it. And one block to the back of your mat. We're gonna go back and forth. That'll be fine. So coming through center, facing the front of your mat. Inhale to reach up for mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Shift the weight into your right foot, coming into tree. So right foot stays planted. Left foot to inner ankle, shin, or thigh. Finding that balance. Finding a bit of stillness. Using drishti. Lock your eyes on one spot in front of you to really find the stability of the standing balance pose. And from here, slowly start to hug that knee in through center, hovering the foot off of the leg. And then exhale, bend the right knee as you send the left crescent lunge. Inhale to reach the arms up. We're gonna open up to warrior two. So pivot your back foot down, opening your chest and your hips towards the left side of your room. Front toes will stay at 12 o'clock. Notice if your knee is like way behind the toes or way in front. You want it to be right on top of that ankle. And then root through the outer edge of the left foot, arms out long. Take your gaze to your front hand. Breathe in. Deepen your lunge as you breathe out. Take your front palm, flip up and back, reverse your warrior. Stay here for that stretch. Good, and then on your next inhale, staying in reverse, we're gonna straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Shift the hips back. Take your hand to a block. Your right hand to a block. Left arm extends up towards the ceiling. So I'm softening my knee joints here, feeling the hips, the chest, and the shoulders rotate up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. One more out breath. Inhale to look up if you're not already. And then as we exhale, we're gonna bring that left hand down and bring both hands to the center of your leg. So we're turning towards the left for a wide leg forward fold. Both feet are facing the left now. Turn the toes slightly inwards. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to fold. Some options here. You could walk your hands behind your feet. You can lower the crown of your head to the floor. You can interlace your hands at your low back. You can take twists. Really your choice here. We're gonna stay here for a few more breaths. Wherever you are, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And then from here, we're gonna walk our hands towards the left foot, which is the back of the mat, which is gonna become our new front. So we're walking the hands towards the left foot, turning both feet forward. Step your right foot up halfway so you're not about to take a full split. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold both feet together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Rise up through mountain. And hands through heart center. Taking the same poses on the opposite side. So we're going to take tree pose, but this time the left foot will stay planted. The right foot to inner ankle, shin, or thigh. Softening through the leg, feeling the foot press into the leg and the leg back into the foot. Finding that tension to create the balance. Slowly start to bring that knee in towards center, lift the foot off the leg, and then send your right toes to the back of the mat as you deepen the left knee to crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up, and pivot your right foot down, opening up to warrior two towards the back of your mat. Left knee is at the 90-degree bend this time. Right leg is straight. Root through the outer edge of the right foot as you press the left knee out towards the left pinky toe. Good. Look to your front hand, flip up and back, reverse. Reach up, find that length. And then together breathe in, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, shift the hips back. Left hand comes to the outer shin, On a block, right arm up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale here. And as we exhale, plant the hand. We're going to cartwheel the hands down, coming back through center. Turn your toes back towards the left. And then you have another option for a forward fold. If you want to take side lunges this time, you know me, I do not like side lunges. They don't feel great in my knees, so I don't do them. But if you like them, you can. You can do the same, walking your hands behind your feet, or maybe just hang in this fold. Go ahead and walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk both hands towards the front of your mat, towards your right hand. Step the back foot in, and then step both feet together. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rise all the way up, mountain pose. And hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth side out. Reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Optional vinyasa, or simply step back to a downward dog. Moving into a pigeon pose. So if you'd like to take pigeon on your bellies, full half pigeon, right knee towards your right wrist. The shin doesn't need to be fully parallel to the top edge of the mat. More thinking about hips squaring towards the front of the mat. Left leg straight behind, foot in line with knee in line with hips. You can use blocks underneath your hips, your chest, your forehead. And then once you've set the pose up, lower down to your forearms or completely. This is also available as a reclined pigeon lying on your backs or a figure four position. Really breathing through the stretch and releasing tension where you can. Feeling the intensity of this stretch by breathing through it. Start to walk your hands back, lift in the chest, tuck the back toes under, lift up through a downward dog or any other counter stretch that feels good. And moving to the other side. So left knee is going to come towards your left wrist, right leg straight behind this time. Set up the pose first, use props as you need. And then find your way to make this pose accessible to you. This side might look different compared to the opposite side. And that is quite all right. begin to walk your hands back towards your hips, lifting your chest. Press through your counter stretch, down dog, tabletop, whatever it may be. And then we're gonna walk the feet through the hands, coming to a seat, and then lying completely on our backs. Lower all the way down. And we'll take one back bend today. Plant your feet, knees point up towards the ceiling. Start with the full spine on the ground. And then on your next inhale, press your feet down and lift the hips up for bridge pose. Shimmy your shoulders underneath the chest. Press down to lift even higher, opening up through the chest. Feel that space in your spine. Take one more breath in. And lower all the way, full spine to the ground. Let your knees go side to side. For an inversion today, so if you are near a wall, you can always just move your mat or move yourselves over to a wall, getting as close to like the base of the wall as you can with your hips, and then slide the legs all the way up. Or you can take a pillow or a block, bring it underneath your hips at the lowest setting if you're using a block, and then extend the legs up towards the ceiling for waterfall. Feet stack over legs, finding that spot where your legs feel weightless. Your hands can rest by your sides or on your belly. And just close your eyes, allowing yourself to really soak in all the goodness from this morning or this evening's practice. Whichever time of day you find yourself here on your mat. Slowly start to lower the feet and the legs all the way back down to the ground. Slide the block out from underneath you. And then let both knees fall over to the right for supine twist. Keep your chest turned up towards the ceiling. And you can use your right hand to self-assist your knees into a deeper twist. Your choice. Back through center, let your knees fall to the left. And then back through center. Give yourself a hug, knees to nose. Inhale together. And then fully release into Shavasana. Final rest. For a little extra support on the low back, you can take 2 blocks or maybe pillows and bring them underneath your thighs or knees. Really finding this relaxing position where your body can completely let go. stretch your arms over top of your head, point your toes away from the face. And then hug your knees in towards your chest, rocking yourselves up to a comfortable seat. And keep your eyes closed or at a soft gaze. And bring your hands to your heart. We'll end this practice with a